Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This video is a record of my latest trip to Singapore, the first one I made outside of China in 4 years' time. I am here for a holiday but also to visit friends I haven't seen for 4 years. I am so excited to visit or revisit all the new vegan eateries. Feeling is Singapore is about to become the next vegan food paradise. Follow me in my trip to discover the best vegan food in Singapore. Let's go! My first destination is Real Food restaurant at Orchard Central. This restaurant serves delicious, sustainable, made from scratch, preservative-free, vegetarian and vegan food. It's my favorite among all the restaurants in the island. Everything on the menu is delicious. Most of the dishes are vegan and you can ask to veganize almost everything. They make everything themselves and also sell some interesting vegan products to cook regional food at home. One being the vegan belachan, traditionally made with dried fermented shrimps, but here made with soy proteins, fermented, and really giving that particular taste to local dishes. They also have a selection where you can buy fresh organic products. I like to start lunch with a salad. I'm having the Real Food mix salad, simple and delicious. I love salads and they make them right here. The vinaigrette is key in a salad and their balsamic one is just well balanced and I just like balsamic vinegar. As a main, I've ordered the crispy noodles. The combination of textures is what makes this noodle dish quite unique. It is topped with fried burdock and carrot strips. The dish is hearty and flavorful, comfort food on a rainy day. I like to finish my meal with a cup of tea to relax while looking at the rain falling outside the window. Singapore is known for being a green city, but now it's even greener. Singapore is mounting an ambitious reforestation campaign to plant 1 million trees within 10 years to improve living conditions for wildlife and people. I could notice the changes that more diverse plants have been planted on the side of the street. Buildings are also constructed with sky gardens and lush green balconies. And these rain trees that protect you from the sun, casting shadows on hot days. It really makes a difference. During the Chinese New Year holidays, many restaurants close for a few days, but not all. I found this Indonesian food restaurant popular for its nasi padang, where I could order a few dishes that didn't contain meat or eggs. In that restaurant, you just go up to the display counter and point out the dishes that you want. I ended up with a pretty decent and fragrant meal. Tofu-based curries and green leafy vegetables with rice. Really good. In the same vicinity, you can find the Kind Bowl, a Vietnamese vegan restaurant. The Kind Bowl philosophy is in line with the current global effort to go green and the greater awareness of the health benefits of let food be my medicine. They source sustainable ingredients to create a modern, convenient, affordable, yet ethical menu. Pauline had the no crab noodles, which is a spicy fermented no crab paste served with whole grain vermicelli. I had a barbecue delight. This is one of the restaurant award-winning dish of cold rice vermicelli noodle, topped with grilled soy pork, fresh herbs, basil and mint, pickles and crispy golden spring rolls, also a delicious combination of sweet, spicy and sour. Today the weather is very nice and it's a perfect day for a swim. The Hotel Concorde has an indoor swimming pool large enough to swim laps. It's quiet and surrounded by frangipani trees and lush green landscape. Being in the heart of the city, this pool is an oasis of serenity amidst the bustling central district. There is one particular place I really like for its heritage architecture, is the Raffles Hotel in the heart of the Civic District. Opened in 1887, Raffles Singapore is one of the few remaining great 19th century hotels in the world, and it's definitely a place to visit. The hotel went under an extensive restoration for years and certainly reclaimed the glory of its past. The Raffles Courtyard, an alfresco bar, is just the perfect place to enjoy cocktails in the afternoon. The place is cozy and perfect for a long afternoon chat with friends. I met with my friend Naz. We ordered Bloody Mary even though the Singapore Sling is the emblematic cocktail of this place. I just prefer savory cocktails than the sweet ones. We also ordered French fries and vegetable spring rolls. What a lovely afternoon we had, surrounded by the swaying palms and the white majestic arches of this magnificent building, without forgetting the great conversation I always have when I meet with my friend Naz. In Little India, thanks to Kailash Parbat, you can eat scrumptious food delights to satiate your taste buds with succulent vegetarian Indian food. The food in Kailash Parbat inherits a legacy of extraordinary culinary skills since the 1950s. That makes this restaurant my favorite destination when I want to have Indian food in Singapore. The food is vegetarian here, so they use cottage cheese and ghee, a clarified butter used in Indian cuisine. You can simply ask the chef not to use ghee and use vegetable oil instead. I always choose dishes that don't contain dairy, and the choice is broad. I met with my friend Jeanette. We used to work together when living in Singapore, and we have developed a deeper bond over the years. She is funny and we laugh a lot together, but we can also have deep conversation around social and life issues. That's what I like about her. Serious but also fun-loving. We ordered chats, a popular snack in India, accompanied with sweet and sour sauce. As a main, we had a chole bhatura that are fried fluffy breads served with spicy chickpeas masala and onions. Love Handle is the Asia's first digital-led plant-based butchery with the country's largest collection of plant-based meats and plant-based dairy products. They stock a variety of plant-based meats and house-made delicates. They also marinate plant-based meats that they pair with their own condiment mix. On the upper floor, you can enjoy the specialties cooked for you. My friend Raji introduced me to this place I didn't know previously. For drinks, Raji suggested to have beer. So we tried two different beers, one being flavored with jasmine and the one being a classic IPA. We ordered burgers, a beef rendang burger and one with a vegan chicken patty. The beef rendang is a specialty from Malaysia, so I really wanted to try how it comes out into a burger. The burgers came with French fries and ketchup, and we also asked for mayonnaise, in-house made and vegan. We decided to share to try both of the burgers. The beef rendang really stand out. Spicy, moist and full of the flavors of Malaysian cuisine. A must try as this is the typical flavors of the region. Whole Earth is the first and only Peranakan Thai vegetarian restaurant in Singapore. Peranakan cuisine or Nyonya cuisine comes from the Peranakans, descendants of the early Chinese migrants who settled in Penang, Malacca, Singapore and Indonesia, intermarrying with local Malays starting in the 16th century. Nyonya cooking is the result of a blending Chinese ingredients with various distinct spices used by the Malay Indonesian community. It's a unique, sophisticated cuisine with complex and refined flavors. I love it since I discovered it 15 years ago. Sharon and Sarah joined for dinner for an evening of laugh and animated conversation as we always have together. We ordered the signature olive rice that is flavored with Chinese black olives. The Penang rendang, which is a must-have, is made out with shiitake mushrooms cooked in a delicate mix of spices and herbs. The sambal eggplant, which is also a staple dish of Peranakan cuisine, with juicy and spicy braised eggplants. The crispy golden oats is deep-fried tofu in spice oats. Eating food is great, but the soul also needs some food, and art is a great food for soul. So let's visit the National Gallery Singapore. The National Gallery Singapore is a leading visual arts institution which oversees the world's largest public collection of Singapore and Southeast Asian modern art. Situated in the heart of the Civic District, the gallery is housed in two national monuments, the City Hall and the former Supreme Court, that have been beautifully restored and transformed into this remarkable 64,000 square meter venue. The building is stunning inside out. Heritage meets contemporary architecture. This is a place to visit to discover outstanding collections of contemporary and historical artists of the region. What an experience we had to immerse ourselves into the art and the history of Singapore and its region. It's refreshing and inspiring. It opens the senses to the different creative vision of the artists from this part of the world. This is definitely food for the soul and a place to see. On top of the building, you can enjoy a remarkable view of Singapore Bay and its iconic Marina Bay Sand. Created in 2017, this company experiments with plant-based ice cream recipes to develop healthier ice creams. They have a rather large variety of flavors and ordered their almond brittle fudge, which is the bestseller. This flavor is full of crunchy brittle candy pieces that are made from crushed almonds, cacao nibs and dairy-free chocolate, and also chia seeds. I loved it so much that I visited their second outlet and I ordered the Black Forest, which is my favorite German cake in the form of an ice cream. Rich vegan chocolate brownies and homemade cherry compote are swirled into the classic coconut cashew milk base. I asked for the gluten-free cone made out of almond and chia seeds just to try. It was good. In Clarke, by the Singapore River, there is this fast food restaurant called Nom Vinom. This vegan fast food restaurant was established in 2015 and serves modern vegan fast food like burgers, pizzas, pastas, udon and rice dishes that are appealing to both vegans and non-vegans alike. The restaurant proposes a particular large variety of burgers. The food is actually very good and delivers exactly what you would expect from a fast food restaurant. And I went there with two non-vegans that couldn't tell that those burgers were plant-based. They say that the ingredients they use are fresh and are quality ingredients. They use unbleached flours, their pasta are organics, and they don't add artificial flavoring, coloring or preservatives. This Japanese restaurant is located in Fortune Shopping Center, the temple of vegetarian and vegan food in Singapore. Herbivore serves pure vegetarian cuisine prepared in Japanese and Western style. The owner of Herbivore, being a vegetarian himself for more than 30 years, has been actively creating new dining choices to propose Japanese dishes without the use of product of animal origins. I tried the gyoza, that were quite good, but the real surprise came from the katsu curry. Traditionally a pork cutlet covered with breadcrumbs and deep fried, served with a Japanese curry and rice. They used mushrooms to recreate the meat. It was really good and memorable. The soba noodle was also very good. Just like a classic soba with all the ingredients expected in that dish. That was truly an experience that shows that Japanese cuisine can also be plant-based. After dinner, we went walking in the neighborhood of Simin Square to visit the street market held every year prior to Chinese New Year celebrations. The night was hot and I wanted to have a refreshing dessert. And I remember an outlet in the food court that serves iced chendol and other shaved ice desserts. I opted instead for a shaved ice soursop, which is a fruit deliciously slightly sour, served in sweet syrup. Food courts are almost open 24 hours, depends where you are, and you can always have food at different time of the day and the night. On another sunny day, we went to Bukit Merah food court and its wet market, a very traditional old estate. There is this woman there in the stall called Shishofu Vegetarian that serves a mix of Indian and Chinese food she prepares herself. There is a counter where you can point what you would like to eat. I asked the lady to give me a selection of what she has best. And this is the plate that she prepared for me. There is okra. She also prepares some mock meat in a sweet and sour sauce. There is also gohang roll. That's a traditional Peranakan roll served with a homemade chili sauce. And I finish my meal with a kopio, a strong black coffee without sugar. And why not an iced chendol to finish in beauty. In the heart of the shopping district, at the crossing of Orchard Road and Scots Road, our friend Diana invited us to this new private members club, the Singapore Club. The place hosts the biggest and most diverse wine list in Southeast Asia. The decoration of this place is stunning, a reminiscence of the 1930s with a modern touch. The club room, situated at the 27th floor, spans a floor-to-ceiling 270-degree view of Singapore. It's not a vegan restaurant, but there was enough vegan dishes in the menu to make me very happy. We started with an exotic sweet potato leaf salad with pickles, kumquats and ginger flower dressing. That was lovely. Then followed by a charred broccoli, incredibly delicious, with green onion ponzu. And as a main dish, a yellow coconut lentil curry served with roti prata, a sort of Indian flatbread. And to finish, a passion fruit sorbet, light and refreshing. An old tradition during Chinese New Year are the fortune cookies. Fortune cookies symbolize luck, wisdom, fate, and all that is unknown. This all comes from the fortune that is inside. We then went to contemplate the view on the shopping streets from the roof terrace. This is our last day in Singapore and we are heading to the airport. We decided to stop at the Jewel, this iconic landmark situated at the heart of Changi Airport and that easily accessible to all terminals of the airport. We spent few hours there before boarding on our way back home. There are plenty of places to chill and to eat, and of course we wanted to admire the gigantic fountain, the HSBC Rain Vortex, that is the world's tallest indoor waterfall, surrounded by the Shiseido Forest Valley. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and get entertained and eventually feel like going to discover Singapore, the Garden City and its vegan food delights. See you next time for the next video. Take care and from now, bye.